What's up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video where today I'm taking you through the one set I had in the Catch Cup that actually went well. I played one day of Catch Cup. I did really bad. I got kind of frustrated, and I said, I'm going to take the week off from Catch Cup. So, Sudowoodo. I had built a pretty high rank one. Well, you see the IVs there, decently ranked. And it put in some work, at least in one set. So, full transparency. Most of the sets didn't go well. This set went very well. I think we got like 6 battles, maybe a little bit more for you here. And here we go. Battle number 1. The team, Shadow Pidgeot, Reggie, Sudowoodo. And, yeah, we're starting off. Pidgeot against the Bastion, not the best lead in the world. Could argue one of the worst leads in the world. But we're going to pivot into Reggie. We got 2 answers for Basti, so if we can somehow flip this matchup, suddenly this game could flip on its head. Going for the Zap Cannon here. I'm thinking in my head, there's no way Reggie can flip this, right, in the 2-shield scenario. Because you just get so significantly outpaced by the Feraligatr. I feel like there's no way Reggie can actually flip this. But maybe if I get, like, back-to-back debuffs? Is there any way I could live 2 Hydro Cannons here? Let's see. Zap Cannon. No debuff that time. So let's see how much a Hydro Cannon does. I think it's going to do well over half the remaining health. And yeah, even if we did get that second debuff, don't think it would have been enough to flip this matchup. So this is a little bit rough looking. Shields are down. This Feraligatr is still healthy, bro. This Feraligatr is still healthy. I also lag a turn. Insult to injury. It's like whenever you're in a bad spot, it's like then you lag a turn. It's like they're adding insult to injury. Hydro Cannon connects. I'm a little bit worried about the catch. And then check out what happens here. The opponent gets too fancy. They come in immediately with Mantine, and then I swap, because I was immediately swapping, and then they swap Basti into my Pseudo. So I'm not sure what they were thinking, but all of a sudden, we were like dead lost, I think. And now we have a chance. Meteor Beam. Gonna ramp up our attack here. Gonna get the counter down. And look at all this energy we have. Meteor Beam, dude. This Mantine has only taken like 2 fast moves of damage. Meteor Beam one-shots the Mantine. And a win out of nowhere. Obviously, the opponent probably should have had us there. I think if they simply stay in with the Mantine against Pseudo, they probably win that one. But sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, as they say. João Victor. One of the best Brazilian players. Our next opponent here, Pidgeot versus Altaria. And what I'm thinking is, like, my back Pokemon have such threatening charge attack pressure. I might as well just go for the Brave Bird swap, and it actually lands. Skeledirge comes in, not great. Not great by any means. But we landed the Brave Bird earlier against Altaria. So Altaria is probably only going to get to 1 charge move, and then we can just fast attack it down with any of our Pokemon. Skeledirge going to throw a move here. And then check this out, dude. I take the Shadow Ball. He must have undercharged that, right? And I get to a Zap Cannon. I think he undercharged it wanting more farm, but this allows me another Zap Cannon. Now we get both shields. We get double debuffs. Now all of a sudden, the Disarming Voice isn't as threatening for Pidgeot. I decide to come in with Pidgey because this Skeledirge has so much energy, and this will force him to throw the lesser efficient move, the Disarming Voice. Then I pivot into Pseudo. And do I decide to put up a shield? Because you got a shield eventually. No. I let it go. It's another Disarming Voice bait. That's amazing. And it's a Mantine. We love to see this. We love to see Mantine. Look how happy Pseudo is. Boom. Huge damage. That was only 5. So worst case, this is a Bubble Beam. I'm feeling pretty good. It's an Aerial Ace. And he kind of has to come in with Skeledirge, right? Because Altaria will just get off its move and they get countered down. I still have 2 shields. Can safely shield 1 move here. And save a shield for the Sky Attack from Altaria. Going for the Rock Slide here. This will knock out. And we are a little bit healthier than the Altaria. So I feel like we should be able to get the fast move down. Yep. Fast attack down, rather. And that is a G to the G trainer. Here we go. Who's next? Is it a name we recognize? Neon Kake. Terrific battler from Japan, I believe. Pidgeot versus Whiscash. This is where we need to see the Whiscash, right? So this is good. They swap in Mandy. I forget if this is the game I like butcher. I think I might throw this game horribly. And this was like a week ago. It's amazing I can remember that. Rock Slide coming through. And I know he's going to try and potentially flip switch, but no, he actually lets it go. And now I make a poor decision here, in my opinion. I don't think I needed to shield. I was afraid if I didn't shield, he could potentially flip the matchup. But now down a shield, this is not great. This is not great at all. I do get off the Meteor Beams. That's something. Part of me wants to, like, combo play here with Pidgeot, but that just seems kind of dumb. Nice shield. Oh, and this is brutal. I remember now. I get one turn lag, so I don't get my Aerial Ace off, and now I don't have the ability to threaten. Oh my gosh, dude. So annoying. I should have been able to get off that Aerial Ace on charge attack priority. He would have no shield. But now the game is completely different because it didn't function correctly. Aerial Ace knocks out, and it's a dang Skeledirge. I don't know if I would have won anyway, but I would have at least had a chance. Maybe. Well, let's pretend. Let's pretend he lets it go. I don't know. I don't win that for sure, but I think I still had maybe some play if I didn't lag there. Pidgeot into Licky. You know, surprisingly, this isn't the best for Shadow Pidgeot. I think regular Pidgeot would be better here because you're going to see the Body Slam does around half my health. So the Body Slam is kind of threatening. Like, I can't comfortably take the next one. I'm sure I could live it, but it would put me really low. We go for the Brave Bird. It connects. And I kind of regret this. I think I would have rather just pivoted Registeel here, potentially caught the move. And we just lose. We just lose the game. And when you're running a new team, sometimes these things happen. Because you're ill-prepared for situations like this, where there's a counter user in the back. And, yeah, yikes. Yikes. We're playing for the off chance that they let the Annihilate go, but that is not happening. That is not happening. I'm going to try and call a Night Slash bait here. But I don't get off the zap anyway, and that's game over. Annihilate heavily resists the counter damage. We have no charge move pressure. Yikes. So to win that game, I would have needed to swap the Reggie after I landed the Brave Bird on Licky. Then I think we have a lot of play. Because then we lure out the Annihilate. We have our Pidgeot with some energy banked. Oh, this is so painful. GBL is just pain. Hard lose lead, hard lose secondary swap against Zweilous. I feel like I always just get RPS by Zweilous these days. He's got a nice read on the meta where he runs teams that seem to always counter me no matter what I'm running. Also a terrific player in general. Brother of Jonkus, special event champion, Spice Lord. Mud Bomb connects. I come in with Pidgey and at this point, I'm just thinking save shields for Pseudo is like the win con. So I take the Scald, hoping I can get the wing attack down. I come out with a Brave Bird, which is nice, because this will at least do some nice damage despite being resisted. I land it. Let's go. I know this is just a discharge, so I'm willing to take this, but I don't know what's in the back, and it's a Mandy. So I'm like, do we still have some play here? Gonna go for the Rock Slide baits. Mandy can withstand a Rock Slide, but Zweilous is gonna respect the damage. And we do successfully shield the Dark Pulse. I thought he might bait us here, but luckily we don't get baited. Going for another Rock Slide here. Now, we looked up after, and I believe Rock Slide does about 42% here to the Mandibuzz. So it's not yet in Rock Slide range. So that's what's in my head. And I think he waited a turn there. So in the moment, I thought I threw this game. But I think ZZ actually, I should have given him more credit because I think he waited a turn there. So if I had gone for that extra counter to throw the Meteor Beam, I don't think it would have worked. So the only thing I could have done there was throw the Rock Slide, of course. But in my head, I just didn't think the Rock Slide would KO. And I thought I had a better chance of living Dark Pulse and getting off Meteor Beam to win. To me, that was the win con versus hoping Rock Slide KO'd. I don't think it would have KO'd. I'm sure some of you in the comments will tell me, Rise, that obviously KO'd. It's super effective damage. Well, maybe it did. Maybe it would. But I think it was close, and I think Mandibuzz probably barely hangs on there. But I don't know for sure. Anyway, Pidgeot versus Shadow Gator. We're going to go for the Brave Bird here. Does this go through? No, it doesn't. That's bad. Very bad. Very, very bad. I played this matchup so many times, and people always call the bait with Gator. So this is the first time the Brave Bird actually got shielded, which actually puts me way behind. Because now I'm forced to swap in Reggie. This is so bad, dude. This is so painful. You know what? I guess this isn't my my 4-1 set. This must be like a combination of a bad set and the 4-1 set. But yeah, this is looking really rough. Really rough. Shadow Ball knocks us out. I come in with Pseudo, and the Gator has energy, right? So in my head, the only thing I can try and do is like come out of here with a move. And I know he's going to get to the Disarming Voice, but like, what does throwing the Rock Slide really do for me, right? So once again, just kind of playing to win conditions. And once the game is over, we top left. Dominated by Pato Man. Yikes, that was a 1-4. Maybe this is the good set. We ended on a win, though, in the previous one, so technically 2-4. Good lord. I think we get some wins. I think we get some wins in this next set. Let's see. Dilap is the opponent. This is where we want to see cash. Let's see how this plays out. We're going to go for the Aerial Ace on 6 before we potentially get debuffed. Aerial Ace connects. Going to shield up. Scald does some... would do some sizable damage if it went through. We're going to throw the Aerial Ace here. And we kind of need to get rid of this Whiscash for our back line, so it's a little bit awkward. I'm going to put up another shield. And I believe Dilap ends up... yeah, so we charge attack priority him here. And he actually is willing to commit his second shield to get off this Scald. I don't think the Scald is quite going to knock out, but it'll put us really low. And then, yeah, Gligar comes in. And then I'm just like, I've lost. So there you see the pain of Catch Cup. Just game after game, we are losing in the first, like, 40 seconds. Very painful. But can we come back? Can we keep our composure? We've seen multiple Feraligatr leads. We've lost to some of them. Let's see if we can try and find a way to win this one. He throws after 6, so I know this can't be an Ice Beam. Actually, it was after 5, my bad. 5. Going for the Aerial Ace here. We saw it get shielded last time, so this time we go for it. He makes a nice catch onto Gligar, but here's the thing. We're up a shield, so this isn't as bad as it would have otherwise been, because I can go for this Rock Slide here on the charge attack priority right as he gets to the dig, knocks him out, and all of a sudden, I think we got some play. Mr. Sudowoodo going to go for the Meteor Beam here, and this may grab that final Protect Shield from the Skarmory. Meteor Beam is such a threatening move. It's so powerful. Gets that shield from Shadow Skarm. And at this point, I'm thinking, although Brave Birds from a Shadow Skarm will chunk, as long as I save my shields for the Feraligatr, I think I should be chilling. I just go directly for Focus Blast since he's debuffed. And if he catches, I feel like that's fine because the Focus Blast would still probably knock out the Feraligatr. So there we go. Back in the win column after a bit of a losing skid. There's only 8 minutes left of footage. I wonder, I guess that could be the rest of the set. Let's go. I was like, wait, there's no way there's another full set. I guess there is. And I guess I was wrong in the intro. That I wasn't just showing the good set. I was showing the good, the bad, and the ugly. With some of these battles. These are some painful battles, but some good ones too. Let's see if we can win this one. Pidgeot into Mandy. Okay. Whole team has play against Mandy, especially the back line. This one's more neutral in the lead, so let's see if we learn a little bit. We actually bank the move and are able to catch onto our Registeel. Let's see what they swap in. They swap in a Poliwrath, so like it's a great thing we learned this out, right? And we're actually going to be able to get to the Zap Cannon first, which is really nice. Zap Cannon does get a debuff. This will allow Poliwrath to build up a lot. And then check this out. I throw Brave Bird, and I was shocked to actually lose the charge attack priority, but I think Pidgeot's a little bit bulkier than we realize. I think we looked it up. Normally, Pidgeot should win that charge attack priority, but it is IV dependent, so if they have a really high attack Poliwrath, they can win that. I go for the Brave Bird because I didn't want him to get to another move if I had thrown Aerial Ace. And we go for another catch. So, a couple of catches this game. Is it going to be enough to give us an advantage? In comes Whiscash. So we're perfectly countered all the way through. Neutral lead, perfectly countered in the back, but we do get off the Meteor Beam. And this is massive because this will do a lot of damage, albeit resisted, or grab the shield. And now that I got the shield, I'm thinking, this is phenomenal. Mud Bomb, they undercharge it. They undercharge the Mud Bomb perfectly. And now I'm like, I shield the Scald last second because this will do more than a... That would have done more than a Dark Pulse would do for Mandibuzz. And now I'm feeling pretty good because I can withstand a Dark Pulse. And if I can simply build up to Brave Bird plus Aerial Ace, I should be okay. So I build up to Brave Bird, and I should have the Aerial Ace loaded as well. Theoretically, I could Aerial Ace first and then Brave Bird to be extra safe. But the Brave Bird was enough in itself to KO. So G to the G. Here we go. Next one. Pidgey into Gator. Dude, so many Shadow Feraligatrs, which makes sense, right? A lot of people built it this season. Shadow Pidgey. Trying to do its thing. They do build up to 7, so I will respect it. Because we don't want to just lose the game on the spot, necessarily. Aerial Ace coming through. We've seen a lot of shields come up here. And once again, shielding the Aerial Ace. Now, this is just a Hydro. I can withstand it, but I like to shield because I guess I want to preserve some health on Pidgey. And gonna build up to double. So Feraligatr could shield to get off this next Hydro, but they let it go, which surprises me a bit. I'm getting ready to potentially pivot, and that's exactly what we do once we see the Dugong. Now, although Dugong has super effective Drill Run, Reggie can tank it quite easily. Can actually take 2 Drill Runs. Does a little bit less than half, and this is perfect. We lure out the Charge Bug with this Head Start of Energy. Reggie does pretty solid in this matchup. Despite Charge Bug resisting each charge attack, the Zap Cannon still chunks. The Lock-Ons are doing 1 damage and adding up over time. And I'm feeling pretty good here because after I get off this Zap Cannon, I think my Sudowoodo's in a great position to close out the game because Sudowoodo should be able to live a Drill Run from Dugong. And the bulk of Reggie actually forces Charjabug to throw a move here. I come in, I get the Wing Attack down, and then I'm simply going to go for the Brave Bird first before exiting. So either I do massive damage with the Brave Bird and then counter down, or I get the final shield, and now this Dugong is shieldless for the Sudowoodo. So pretty straightforward win con there. I think the only lose con could have been like baiting Aerial Ace and them calling it, but even then, maybe we still win. Pseudo looks so happy. All smiles for Mr. Sudowoodo. Meteor Beam, bang, bang, beam, and a GG. Should have 1 or 2 more battles. Maybe 1 more battle, and the claiming of the set. Gaining some confidence after all the brutal losses. Getting a few wins. And let's see who we got in potentially the last battle of the video. Cube times. Coming towards that end of the Go Battle League season. Let me know what you guys are hoping to see next season in terms of any sort of move updates or move changes. Hopefully we get some sort of updates. A lot of people are speculating there won't be much of an update just because they don't want to change the meta before Pokemon Worlds comes up in August. But who knows? Maybe we'll get something exciting. I'd be happy if just like a few things got buffed and added to the meta to mix things up. So we see the Mantine safe swap. I build up some energy. I catch the Aerial Ace on Reggie. And just such a dominant matchup for Reggie. But you're actually going to see with Water Pulse, Mantine can, I wouldn't say like make this uncomfortable for Reggie, but it looks like Mantine can flip the 2-0 situation if they're willing to do so. I might have gone a little over 100 there. I'm not sure. Going for the zap. I undercharge, but they shield anyway. And yeah, Mantine's going to go for another move. I lose the charge attack priority, but I figure I live a Water Pulse anyway. But as you see, if the Mantine wanted to, they could probably start forcing shields from me if they were to shield this. But no, instead, they're going to let it go. They're going to Dragon Tail all the way down with Hakamo. I should have overfarmed, because then I would have reached the Focus Blast there. So a bit of a mistake from me. He throws instantly. Arguably a mistake from him. I like to take... Oh, no, I do shield the Claw. And this is a little awkward. Little awkward against Empoleon. Because we're going to get outpaced here. The Steel Wings are also adding up for super effective damage. I will have to throw my charge attack here eventually. I guess theoretically I could have just kept countering and then forced him to throw, and maybe I could have wing attack down. But this is a little awkward because it gives a big Dragon Tail down to Hakamo. So if he can get to 2 Claws before I get to 2 Aerial Aces, he wins this game. But we should be okay here. We should be okay. I think he's still at least 2 away, maybe more. So I do 1 and throw Aerial Ace. We've got the back-to-back. And Pidgeot is going to secure the victory for us. Pidgeot. I forget what Pidgeot sounds like. I don't think I can go that high with my voice. But anyway. Some tough losses. Some nice wins. And several Meteor Beams landing to one-shot various Pokemon. Sudowoodo, ton of fun. I know one of my friends, Maximilian P, was running Sudowoodo like in a previous season, and he was posting how it was doing so well for him. So that was partially the inspiration here to run Sudowoodo in the Catch Cup. Also, I built a higher rank one this season. So, yeah. Not a whole lot of Catch Cup content coming from me, but I hope you guys enjoyed the APAC regional playoffs videos that I posted part 1 and part 2 featuring 2-0 Butters. 2 really cool videos that I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'll be a little bit busy this weekend, but I hope to see you guys Monday back on stream. And all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.